Hi everybody! So today I thought I'd make a special video to explain why I am not going to be seeing the new Deadpool movie. And I know it's a very, very highly anticipated film, and I'd already gotten some questions about was I going to see it, was I excited to see it, that kind of a thing. And I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the nomenclature for that is I'm a Mormon. And as part of being Mormon, I am counseled to be very careful in my media choices. And obviously I'm a lot more lax than a lot of people are as far as movies. I see a lot of movies. But we are also put under covenant to avoid anything that's unclean, unseemly, or not of good report. And obviously that is completely subjective. That's where agency comes in. God allows us to decide what we will watch and what we won't watch. And I know a lot of people in my faith that won't see anything that's rated R. I know people won't see anything that's even rated PG-13, and I totally respect that. If I had any respect for the MPA and their ratings, then I might see more of that point, but I really don't. And I can only speak for myself and how I kind of go about this kind of process. The first thing I do is I look at a screenit.com and I check to see the content. I check to see, what is it that makes it rated R? Is it nudity? Is it profanity? Is it violence? What is it? And sometimes I will check the same thing for PG-13 too, because there's a lot of violence, and violence is my hardest thing, the thing that sticks in my head the most. And I will check because that gets by a lot on PG-13s, very violent content, which is ridiculous. But anyway, check there and I'll see. And then I'll watch some reviews and I'll get some ideas of the type of content. Like, I thought about seeing 13 Hours. But then when I heard several reviews about saying it had gratuitous violence, I said, you know what? I'm probably not going to see it then. Whereas something like American Sniper had a lot of profanity, which is something that I was able to tolerate in a war movie. So you just have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And in the end, it's a personal decision that you have to make. But there are certain things that I do feel like are of more value in the content. For instance, I saw 12 Years a Slave. That had historical significance. I really learned something, whereas something like a train wreck or something like that, it's a comedy. It's not something that's going to make my life better, or it's not an important film. So, that all kind of comes into play as well. And in the end, it just has to be my decision and what I feel the right spirit and what I feel like between me and God is the right thing for me. And I can't take that away from anybody else. It's just me. And I have the same issue with a lot of television shows that I just don't feel comfortable watching. Like, I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones. I'm not going to watch Daredevil. I'm not going to watch a lot of these shows with the violence and the, nudity and things like that. But here's the key that I wanted to make sure to make clear on this video, is that I have no judgment at all for people who do like those things and do enjoy those things. I will be watching your reviews. I will be curious to know what you think. And I think it is good that these films get made and these shows get made the way that you like them, in the way that is true to the source material. That's great. I think that's awesome. There's plenty that is made for me. So I'm glad that something is made for you. And everything doesn't have to be all about me. Every movie doesn't have to be all about me. Sure, sometimes, it's kind of annoying when people are just talking about Game of Thrones, and I can't contribute to the conversation. That's a little bit annoying, but I can watch Once Upon a Time and contribute in those conversations. I can watch Star Wars Rebels. There's plenty of things to watch. and there's plenty of movies to see. My feeling like I'm watching something that I don't feel comfortable with my religious convictions. And I have a roommate who has the same religious convictions, who watches Game of Thrones, who watches all of these shows. So it's just, in the end, it comes down to a personal decision that is between me and God and what I decide to watch as entertainment. And so no judgment for me, but that's just sort of explaining my thought process and what I ended up doing and how I came to the conclusion to not see the Deadpool movie, even though I am glad that it's being made and I'm glad that all of you are going to enjoy it. And there you go. So that is my thought on that. And I did get this shirt from a Loot Crate, and so I thought I would wear it for this video. So I hope you all enjoy Deadpool, and I will look forward to seeing all your reviews. So thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.